guys, so I don't know how well you can see this, but this fairing has not been sanded, and you see those small light little scuff marks. This one was sanded. It's getting rid of those small little scuff marks. But what I'm also doing is these fairings are molded, ABS injected, all of that stuff, whatever you want to call it. So if you look at the edges on them, a lot of the time they'll have like that little thin plastic overhang from the mold. So while I'm sanding these, I'm also getting rid of that stuff and smoothing out these edges a little bit, because I mean, let's face it, man, $215 fairings, brand new, are not gonna be like, you know, when you pay $500 for them, they're painted already. I think these fairings are these are the same ones that they use, but they don't really protect these as well, because they have to go through the same process of prepping before they paint them. So once they paint them, that's when they're worth more money to them. That's when they take care of them. So, you know, it's kind of like a give-take relationship. You're paying less money, but you don't get the fairings and just slap them on the bike like you would if they were painted. So, but at the same time, man, it gives me a little bit more flexibility with what I want to do, what I can do, and things of that nature. So, got most of these. Well, I'm not even gonna lie. I got a few of these fairings done. So we got about this much left to do, including the tank. And I have about, I don't know what time it is, but I would imagine I have about an hour left before I have to start class. And I just wanted to show you guys, you know, basically how this process is coming. You see how dull this one is. This one still has that gloss look to it. So after I sand these with the palm sander, and in case you're wondering what sandpaper I'm using, just in case you're wondering, I'm using, what is this, 1000 grit on the palm sander. And then it's a very fine grit. Like, you can literally sand your fingernails with this stuff. But after I finish palm sanding, I am going to wet sand everything. But the good thing about that is, instead of me having to go up steps with the wet sanding, I'm just gonna hit it with probably 800, maybe even 600. It just depends on which one I have, you know, available right now. And after I wet sand it, I'm gonna come back and primer it, and then I'm gonna decide what color I'm gonna do it, and that'll be that for now. So once again, guys, like I said, we got everything primered the way we want. The next step is once I figure out what color I'm going with, honestly I might even go jet black, just have the whole bike black and, you know, call it a day. But the bike came with some gold pieces on it, and I'm kind of thinking about possibly using black and gold, which kind of sucks because if I do black and gold, the pieces that I just did black, I would probably have to go back, re-primer them, and then paint them a gold or yellow color. And I'm really trying to save time and labor on doing this bike because I'm not planning on keeping it. I'm just going to turn it around and sell it, so I don't want to put a lot of time into it. Next installment, we can probably start putting parts on the bike. That's if I haven't come up with the paint scheme yet. If I've come up with the paint scheme by then, we'll probably just be painting the bike. But if not, hopefully I have some of my powder coated parts back, and we start putting some of that stuff on the bike and start figuring out what paint scheme we're gonna go with, because we still got to do decals. So I don't want to kill a lot of time, you know, trying to think of what paint scheme I'm going to come up with. I might just do it based off of what leftover paints I have here. So I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate you for staying tuned. If you have not done so, please like and subscribe to the channel. We got plenty more content coming. If you haven't seen, I got like 3 more bikes that are in the garage that I gotta rebuild. So I would love you guys to be a part of that. So till next time, guys.